Now at 6:30 on WKYT this morning, a missing Kentucky toddler is found dead. But state police are not saying much at the moment about the arrest of the man accused of taking her.
A man accused of crashing into a Lexington cyclist headed to court, now charged with murder.
Slight risk of severe weather across much of our viewing area today. The threat is there, but is it on the high end or is it on the low end? We'll go over those latest details in that timing coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning from WKYT News. We're glad you're with us today and hope you had a nice Memorial Day weekend. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Hope you're able to get off and running. It's a little bit of a challenge sometimes after holiday weekend, but we're there with you.
Kind of merging with traffic.
Yeah.
A lot of folks who had yesterday off. All right, we're also very carefully watching weather today for the potential of severe storms.
It is a first alert severe weather day. Let's get the latest with Micah.
Yeah, this is on a lower end severe weather risk. However, it's still there. Look outside. We're looking at the clouds. Mixture of sun and clouds. Pretty good looking start to the morning, but it is on the warm side. We're already near 70 degrees in a lot of locations. Watching the system that made its way through the Plain States and also the southern states. Now, you'll get the same system. Is this the same system? Yes. But will you get the same effects, the flooding, the tornadic event? No, you won't get that. But it is creeping toward our neck of the woods, and we'll spawn off a few strong thunderstorms, especially strong thunderstorms. But severe weather, it's a possibility. Still, once again, on the low end. I'll show you those details, what you can expect out of this, and when it comes into your neck of the woods, coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, see you shortly, and let's get to the news.
It's a tragic update to a story we've been tracking for a week now. A missing Kentucky toddler has been found dead.
The man who police say took her is in custody, but this morning, the case is still unfolding. Let's go to WKYT's Sean Moody at our live desk to explain what we know at the moment. Sean?
Good morning, Bill and Rebecca. Police made the discovery after nearly a week of searching. They arrested Anthony Barber during a traffic stop. Then about an hour later, they say they found 2-year-old Lainey Wallace's body. State police say Lainey had been missing since Sunday morning. They said they got the call on Tuesday. They'd been searching for her and her mother's boyfriend, Anthony Barber, ever since. They said they found Barber's car abandoned in a field on Tuesday evening, but there was no sign of him or Lainey. They searched several areas over the next few days, but couldn't find anything. Then finally, yesterday afternoon, state police arrested Barber during a traffic stop at Temple Hill Fire Department. A man who lives nearby said he saw it happen.
Just happened to look out the window, and the Kentucky State Police, 2 gentlemen jumped out, run over to the truck, opened the door, and jerked the guy out, and they wrestled him to the ground and handcuffed him.
Now, about an hour after that, state police said they found Lainey's body not far from where she was originally reported missing. Our sister station, WBKO in Bowling Green, reports that her body was in a well on Barber's property. State police haven't said what charges they arrested Barber on. We also haven't been able to get an answer as to where he is now. At the live desk, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Hopefully we'll get more answers when we find out what he's been charged with specifically. Well, the mother of a missing jet skier says she's not ready to give up hope. Crews hope to return to the Kentucky River near Brooklyn Bridge in Mercer County today. Police say Mike McCarty was the passenger on a jet ski when he went missing Sunday evening. The search had to be called off yesterday because of water conditions.
River conditions and that type of thing, but my son's life is important. I want him found. I want to be able to do what we need to do.
Well, McCarty's mother says Mike is from Mercer County and lived in the area where he went missing. Well, today, a driver accused of hitting and killing a Lexington cyclist is headed to court charged with murder.
The victim, who was a well-known Lexington attorney, was nearly finished with an annual ride in Georgetown when he was hit. WKYT's Mark Barber is live in Scott County with a closer look at the case as that unfolds. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. According to an arrest citation, Odilon Paz Salvador admitted to investigators that not only did he drink 6 beers, he also smoked marijuana before the fatal crash. The arrest citation goes on to say that when investigators found Paz Salvador, there was a cold beer in his truck's cup holder, a hole in his windshield, and a bicyclist's body on the cover of the bed of his truck. Police say that cyclist, 57-year-old Mark Hinkle, was killed Saturday afternoon, just 3 miles before he finished the 102-mile Horsey 100 cycling event. Investigators tell us the Lexington attorney was on mile 99 when Paz Salvador crossed the center line on Lemons Mill Road and hit Hinkle head-on. We spoke with another bicyclist who says he and his wife were just ahead of Hinkle when he was hit.
she heard the sound of the collision, described it as a thwack, and thought to herself that we're next, and saw that the truck missed us by inches.
Paz Salvador is charged with murder, wanton endangerment, as well as leaving the scene of an accident. He will appear before a judge here at the Scott County Courthouse at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Live in Georgetown, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. Our time this morning is 6:35 on WKYT, and state police have arrested a man accused in a weekend murder in Carter County. Police say 24-year-old Marcus McDavid was found shot to death Sunday inside a home on Riverbend Way. They were also told that a woman had been kidnapped from the home. State police later found the victim and Freddie Eric at a home on Taylor Hollow Road. Eric is charged with murder and kidnapping. A former Kenton County deputy jailer is accused of impersonating a police officer. According to arrest records, 28-year-old Chad Ludwig would wear a police badge and handcuffs and tell women that their charges would be dropped if they had sex with him. Ludwig has been indicted on charges of sexual abuse, impersonating a peace officer, and unlawful imprisonment.
Family and friends spent the holiday weekend marking the second anniversary of a Kentucky police officer's murder. Bardstown officer Jason Ellis was gunned down on May 25th of 2013. No one's been charged in this high-profile case. Yesterday, dozens gathered at the scene of Ellis's murder to honor and remember him. His loved ones say this tradition will continue until an arrest is made. Well, there were some terrifying moments on a Florida beach. A waterspout made landfall, sending a bounce house just flying.
Yeah, and there were children inside at the time, and they were hurt, although it looks like they're going to be okay. Don Champion reports all of this was caught on camera.
In a matter of seconds, amazement quickly turned to panic Monday.
Oh, bounce house!
As a waterspout made landfall on Fort Lauderdale Beach, Florida, flipping an inflatable bounce house and sending it flying.
I never seen nothing like it in my life.
Investigators say several children were inside when it went airborne. They immediately fell onto the sand. 3 of them, including 5-year-old Shadeja Bryant, were hurt.
I was thinking I was about to die.
Is anything hurt?
My lip and my wrist.
Tamika Liscombe's daughter was among the injured.
I was crying and I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I can't believe this.
2 of the injured children were released from the hospital Monday night. Doctors kept the 3rd child overnight for observation. Don Champion, CBS News, New York.
And the bounce house was part of a city-sponsored event for the Memorial Day holiday. It had been secured to a basketball court when that accident happened. So luckily, it does sound like everybody will be okay.
Yeah.
It is. All right, this is a cool story here. A 9-year-old from Central Kentucky is kicking off his 2nd musical career.
I guess one wasn't enough, right?
Right.
He had more in him. Our partners at the Herald Leader sat down with Jonathan Rader from Wilmore. He first appeared on the Lexington bluegrass music scene in 2008 when he was just 3 years old. But after he saw an Elvis Presley impersonator last year, everything changed. And now Jonathan is known as Little E. He can belt out some of the King's greatest hits. He even has moves that just drove Elvis fans crazy back in the day.
I just started loving the style of music that he did. Then when we got back from Nashville, I just got on my iPad and started searching Elvis on the internet and just getting to know more about him. So when you get home tonight, this is what I want you to do. I want you to sing the song to your little dog, and the song goes something like this. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend.
Everything from the dance moves to the hair, he has got it down. Jonathan recorded an Elvis CD in Nashville with some professional musicians.
Oh, what a fun story.
I'd say he is well on his way to becoming maybe the next Elvis. Who knows?
Tremendous showmanship, you know, and like you say, we first heard from him when he was 3, now he's 9. What's next, right?
Oh, he is cool, man.
Good deal.
Keep at it. Well, let's check to see how traffic is moving out there this morning.
And here's Officer Don with a check on live drive traffic. Good morning, Don.
Good morning. They'll try to get some work done in the construction zones ahead of any possible weather this afternoon. So be careful inbound Leestown Road. That's between Masterson Station and the Circle. Looks like we're okay on Nicholasville Road. Of course, a portion of Alumni remains shut down between Nicholasville Road and Tates Creek. Live look outside showing you Harrodsburg Road at the moment. Inbound this morning through the crossover. You can see traffic building there, but still moving. On our Waze map, a couple of live drivers on the way in reporting police are running radar on I-75 south around the 110-mile marker this morning, so extra careful there. But we're still okay on 64 and 75 headed toward Lexington. Now back to you in the city.
All right, everybody buckle up. Let's make it a safe ride in on this Tuesday and get this short week underway, right?
Yeah,
that's the payoff.
It's optimistic. I like that you said short week.
Yeah. WKYT this morning on the air with all the latest, and it sure is good to have you with us. Our time right now is 6:40.
Well, some people spent the long weekend relaxing. Others are out trying to break records. We'll tell you how this 82-year-old stayed on a roller coaster. We'll tell you why he did this as well.
We have some thunderstorms heading our way with a pretty potent system. The severe weather threat is there. I'll show you when you can expect that coming up.